Jae-hee and Daisy reached the orchard, but there were many people. Additionally, it seems like a tourist place. Daisy apologizes to Jae-hee for bringing her late, while she is not going to wake up, even though Daisy tried. Jae-hee lifts Daisy up, scared of her swiping away from the crowd, but Daisy doesn't want to be a burden for Jae-hee. Jae-hee understands that all are druids here, but Daisy explains to her that there are a lot of specters too. Jae-hee is thinking about getting a number. Moreover, a lady asks her if she needs help. Jae-hee told her that she wanted numbers, and the lady told her that the free numbers were already given. Hearing this, Daisy tells Jae-hee that if they are unable to get it today, then they have to wait for a year, and she asks if they have paid passes. They get diamond passes and enter the orchid. The lady explains to her that the world tree bears food once a year. Hence, they have very limited free passes, and because of that, some people even come 3 days before to get a number. She is astounded to see the fruits of the world tree. Furthermore, other people see her with a smirk, and Jae-hee finds the environment unpleasant. Everyone is feeling different emotions. Some want a rare dryad, while others are not expecting anything special or unique. Daisy is just expecting normal. There is someone who has gotten the unique, and the possibility of getting more than one unique from the same tree branch is nearly zero. Some are confused and want to give up. The dryads have different rarities, and one can get them by drawing from the world tree. It's something like a character card one can get by drawing from the world tree. Jae-hee doesn't like gacha, a type of video game, but now she has a lot of money, and she was always covetous of those who spent on gacha without even thinking. However, Daisy is nervous because it's her first time and because of the environment. Jae-hee cheers up Daisy and asks her if they should go to draw fruits. Otherwise, she will give her diamonds instead to make her happy. But Daisy declines to get diamonds and shows her feelings that Jae-hee is enough for her. They are ready to go to draw the fruit. Jae-hee asks the lady when she should pay the diamonds, but the lady told her that once she gets fruit, she can pay because they have to maintain the balance of the orchard, which is done with the diamonds. One fruit costs 300 diamonds, and knowing the cost made her understand why a person earlier said that he had sold the land, because if a fruit costs 3 diamonds, then it's equivalent to 900 pieces of bread and 600 bottles of milk. But Jae-hee doesn't need to worry about that because she has lots of diamonds. 2 druids are discussing the colors of the fruits. One is glossy and the other is weird to them, but for Jae-hee, they all look the same. Nonetheless, Daisy is still sad, so Jae-hee pushes her forward to pick fruit for her, which surprises her, but Jae-hee tells her not to worry and pick anyone. Daisy is about to pick them up, but in the meantime, the same guy who messed up with Daisy came there and stopped them. That guy asks them how many fruits they are about to pick up, but Jae-hee doesn't understand why he wants to know. The guy says that it's important for him. He is about to pick one with his lucky number, and when someone chooses one, it will match his number. Till now, he seems like a superstitious guy to Jae-hee, but after hearing this, he is just a crazy guy in her eyes. The guy loses his sanity and scolds Daisy because of her red hair color. His plan is ruined, and he becomes late for the orchard. He forced her to collaborate with him and match his lucky number. However, Jae-hee becomes angry at the guy scolds Daisy for her red hair color, forcing her to hide her hair. His words hit Jae-hee, and she becomes angry at him for his rude behavior with Daisy. Jae-hee's head is hot, and she is raining on the guy for talking rudely and nonsensically to Daisy. Additionally, Jae-hee is not in a mood to tolerate him anymore. Jae-hee rudely told him that if he is going to believe in succinct superstitious things, then nothing is going to be better for him. Moreover, Jae-hee, with the swagger, questions him, saying that if he wants to get a number, why doesn't he pay twice for the number? Arrogantly, the guy asked her if he knew the price of a fruit, and she rudely told him that 300 diamonds were expensive for him, not for her, and why did they need to tolerate the attitude of someone as poor as him? Others are just understanding that Jae-hee is just showing off while they are unaware of the quantity of diamonds she has. In addition, Jae-hee told Daisy to pick one, and she feels the fruit is warm. Jae-hee picks the 5 of them, and she has to pay 1,500 diamonds for it. Jae-hee uses her mobile wallet, and tells the miners to drop the whole cart of diamonds, which left all the people shocked. The diamonds exceed, and she pays a few more, gets another number, and tells Daisy to pick another one as she is lucky. Daisy picks another one, and the guy is burning with anger, but he is helpless now in front of a diamond-rich person. The lady walks them to the greenhouse. Furthermore, Jae-hee is feeling awesome after spending that many diamonds and just zipped off the guy's mouth. In all honesty, Jae-hee was on the verge of bursting when she counterattacked him. Jae-hee will never be able to do that if she is in the past. She is feeling confident because she has lots of money. They reach the greenhouse, and there is a place where, if one puts dryads, they will bloom. Additionally, they can also get the genetic information of the fruit through the stone plate that is placed next to it. The world tree has the genetic information of every dryad in the world. All dryads are born through the fruits of the world tree. No one can say what type of dryad it will be until it's fully bloomed in the greenhouse. However, through the stone plate, one can know the genetic information in advance during the germination stage of the fruit. Furthermore, dryad's grade depends on the genetic information. The more rare and valuable the information, the higher the grade will be. If dryad genetic information is not valuable, then one can stop it from blooming, and it can be used as a normal fertilizer, which means it can be used as a source of nutrients for dryads of higher grades. Daisy seems to be uncomfortable hearing that and takes her leave, excusing her for something urgent. Moreover, Jae-hee puts the fruit on the stone plate, and she is very excited to know about it, but there is no data in it. The lady tells her it's a fruit with no dryad information. She tried 3 more, and all were found to be bummers with no dryad information. She is disappointed, but the lady tells her she can sell these bummers and pick up another fruit. Additionally, she has so many diamonds that even she can buy all the fruits outside, but she wants to try those that Daisy has picked. She prayed for its first dryad, and she wants to raise it, whether she has to buy anything for it. The fruit cracks, and it's an elderflower with the title, Gift from God, Language, Devotion, Habit, Normal, and Values, Medicinal, Safety, and Charm. Jae-hee always keeps the things with her that are first for her, even though she can't use them anymore. Additionally, she didn't sell or throw them, but she kept all that with her. This time, the dryad also came first to her, which makes it special for her. Moreover, the final rank of the dryad is confirmed as unique, which makes her superbly happy. The dryad has the recovery and support attributes that make it rare. This dryad might be able to help her in combat, and the lady asked her if she wanted to bloom it immediately. Furthermore, the dryad is a healer, and in Jae-hee's eyes, it is important because a healer brings the entire team up. The lady asked Jae-hee to show her terrarium artifact. She is just confusingly smiling because she doesn't have anything like that, and she asked the lady if she doesn't have a terrarium artifact. So does that mean she is not a druid? But nothing is like that. Her expectations are broken, but hope lights up when the lady tells her that her concerns are right, but she lacks knowledge. She tells her that she is definitely druid because she has communicated with a dryad, and a dryad can only converse with a dryad. Normal people can't talk to dryad, even if he understands them, but conversation is not possible between them. Even dryad looks like a human, but their true form is a plant. Additionally, a druid is blessed by the world tree. That's why a druid can talk to nature and is able to talk to dryads. The lady tells Jae-hee that Daisy is also a dryad that left Jae-hee shocked. Jae-hee realized Daisy's name is related to daisy flowers, and when she thought deeply, she found she had no memory of her talking to any human. The daisy plant species is common, and the lady confirmed that Daisy is dryad. The lady assumed Jae-hee had done soul linking seeing Daisy with her, but when she left, the lady reconsidered. Jae-hee is feeling confused by all of that, but knowing that Daisy is a dryad, she wants to find her. Moreover, the lady tells her that she already has the terrarium artifact. She just didn't realize it yet. Dryads can't live long after being separated from the world tree, and a druid must provide an environment for dryads similar to the world tree. A druid itself becomes a small tree for dryads. Druids are needed to provide a piece of their soul as a place of rest. Jae-hee has a lack of knowledge, but she still tries. Jae-hee closed her eyes and started thinking about world tree blessings, but the lady guided her to feel the environment of the greenhouse in her body, which is created as the image of the world tree. She feels the fresh air, warm light, cool smell of the pond, and fragrance of the dirt. Furthermore, Jae-hee finally did it and got a bracelet that is her terrarium artifact. She touched the terrarium once, and they got into it, which is a place for dryads to rest when they get injured. The place is connected to druids, which makes dryads feel comfortable. Jae-hee is full of energy now and wants to collect dryads in her terrarium. The lady guides her to bloom the seed in her hand with the help of a terrarium artifact. The seed imprints on the soul of the one who touches it first when it blooms. The seed blooms, a handsome, golden shining personality appears, and he realizes that Jae-hee has bloomed him. Dryad is so rude that his words pierce Jae-hee's heart. Additionally, Jae-hee is not expecting any such rude behavior, as Daisy is far better than him. The lady says it depends on the level of closeness, as the Dryad just came to this world and everything is new to him. Furthermore, the Dryad insulted Jaehi about her clothes and money. Dryad made his wish that he wants a druid that treats him well and is so rich that it can provide a temple built of gold. Moreover, the Dryad is so selfish, and the lady says there might be a way to increase the level of closeness. The Dryad said he wants to go back to the world tree until the right owner, who deserves him, arrives. The lady tells the consequences that if a Dryad wants to go back, the soul link is disconnected and it has to face the pain of being rotten and cold, then it returns to the world tree. But it's far better in Dryad's eyes than being with Jaehi. The Dryad called Jaehi poor, which made her angry, and she dropped some diamonds that filled the room. Additionally, Jaehi offers him a bunch of diamonds throwing on the ground and asks him to take them on his knees, and he really kneels down to pick up the diamonds. He asked with cuteness if Jaehi was really giving him diamonds. Jaehi said yes because his face was so pretty that she couldn't deny him. The Dryad accepts Jaehi as his master when she gives him diamonds. He feels like a dog trainer. Furthermore, Jaehi wants to bloom the left fruits, but hearing this elderflower, first Dryad, puts an objection that she needs more while he is perfect. Elderflower just expressed objection because he doesn't want Jaehi to use diamonds on other Dryads, but she ensures him that she has enough diamonds to fill his pockets. Jaehi put the next fruit on the stone plate, and the rank was confirmed as special, which blew her mind. Jaehi got a special Dryad, and it has been 10 years since a special Dryad appeared. Additionally, the Dryad's name is Velvet Mesquite with the language, tenacious heart, habitat, desert field, values, safety, and attributes of defense and support. Special rank is higher than the unique rank, and Jaehi is not expecting anything amazing to happen to him that she will get special rank Dryad. Moreover, Jaehi is confused if the rank is inverse of the personality, as Elderflower seems to be inverse of his grade. She is scared that this dragon will hit her or treat her badly. The lady is excited, so she asked her to bloom it without wasting any time. Furthermore, Jaehi had no deer because she has nothing to lose whether any Dryad appears with the trash personality because the diamond can surpass them. Jaehi touches the seed, putting it on her palm, and it flies up, and a golden light comes from it. It feels hot, like the winds of the desert are coming from it. Elderflower comes forward and uses his barrier to protect Jaehi from the hot winds. A knight with a big weapon comes out of the golden light, and Jaehi is amazed to see it. The Velvet Mesquite sees her, and Jaehi feels a wave of fear seeing its shield and weapon. Additionally, Velvet Mesquite moves forward to Jaehi, and she scares her like it's about to hit her, but it puts off the shield and weapon and removes his helmet. Velvet Mesquite is revealed to be a lady, and she kneels down and picks up Jaehi's hand. It has been decades since she has seen any druid, but this time she sees a weak and thin druid. Velvet Mesquite tells her that she will protect the one who will be her master until the day she returns to the dust. Jaehi feels awesome hearing her words, and Elderflower asked Velvet why she appeared again, as according to him, she has gone extinct. Furthermore, Velvet is curious to know who Elderflower is, but she knows him from before. Velvet tells them she is not extinct, she just returned to the world tree, giving a reason that her previous druid thinks she still has work left to do. Elderflower tells Velvet that he is the first Dryad of Jaehi, but it doesn't matter for her as being on the Jaehi side is sufficient for her. In addition, Velvet asked Jaehi her name, and she told her, Jae, as she always used this name in the games and it was suitable for her. Velvet calls her Jae and promises to protect her, and Jaehi is just feeling awesome with the Velvet behavior. Jaehi thinks as a human that she knows the time to go or stop, so shouldn't she go and try to pull more fruits through which she might be able to meet more handsome and beautiful Dryads? Jaehi is thinking all of that, and her head suddenly. Jaehi is about to fall, but Velvet grabs her, and Jaehi seems weak, but Elderflower puts his hand on her head and heals her. Jaehi specializes in healing Dryads, but his healing powers work on humans too. Jaehi feels far better than she was feeling, and Elderflower puts a price of 100 diamonds for it but takes his words back, telling her it was a joke. She falls weak because she has reached her soul limits. As we know, druids and dryads are connected by souls, and for that, one has to become a small world tree itself and share their powers with them. The power is that soul power that one has to share. Moreover, the higher the grades of the dryads, the more soul power is needed to share. If Jaehi gets more dryads at this time, her body will not be able to bear it. As she knows, she just got shocked and remembered the cost system, which is that no matter the space one has for the characters, one can only choose a character according to their cost. For example, if the cost is 30, then one can only choose the characters whose combined cost will not exceed 30. Jaehee wants to fill her terrarium artifact with the dryads, but her dreams seem to be broken for now. Additionally, Jaehee can build his soul power by spending her time with dryads, and the quickest way is to fight in the battles with her dryads. In simple words, it means that she has to level up while still having lots of diamonds, but the diamonds can't be of help in this case. Jaehee is now happy with one unique and special dryad, and she wants to meet Daisy. Velvet is well behaved with Jaehee, which fills her eyes with tears of happiness. Jaehee wants to see her dryads in the terrarium artifact, and Velvet just went to the side, and she got smaller. Jaehee answered a few questions when she got in, saying that the terrarium artifact would not be affected even if she moved. Elderflower sees the terrarium artifact deserted, so he gives advice to Jaehee. When she has that many diamonds, why doesn't she put something inside it? Elderflower tells her that she can buy all that stuff at the workshop and demands luxuries, saying to avoid cheap items. Jaehee told Elderflower to get in the terrarium artifact a bit rudely, and he told her that she acts differently when talking to Velvet Mesquite, but as she told him that she would give him diamonds, Elderflower went inside in the blink of an eye and reminded Jaehee that she had promised him diamonds, while Jaehee wondered how he could use those diamonds in any way. Furthermore, Jaehee zooms in on the terrarium artifact, and she sees that both dryads are going in opposite directions. Velvet tells Jaehee that she is decorating her home, and she can't live with the Elderflower because their natural habitats are different from each other. Velvet has known Elderflower since he was a child, so she called him a kid, which makes him a bit angry, but she reminds him that she took care of him when he was a kid. Jaehee starts imaging, and Elderflower stops her from imagining strange things because the dryads rise up differently than humans. Jaehee wonders how he knows that she is thinking of which answer she got from Velvet, and that as she thinks while looking into terrarium, her thoughts go straight to them. Jaehee is able to hear them while being far away with the help of a terrarium artifact. Velvet is standing on the deserted field, while Elderflower is on a grass field. Velvet puts a baby plant in it, and it converts into a big velvet mesquite tree, the mother plant of mesquite. The terrarium can be decorated with the mother plant of Jaehee and collect more dryads. Velvet tells about her tree, which is strong enough that its roots go 9 meters deep into the ground. In the desert where Velvet stands, there is always groundwater to which she is now guardian. Elderflower shows that his flowers are also beautiful and aromatic. Both dryads are busy decorating their home, so Jaehee thinks about going to find Daisy. When Jaehee came out of the greenhouse, it was already dark, and the lady wished her a safe trip. Jaehee thanked her for guiding her, while the lady showed an act of kindness and told her that she should say thanks because her deal was great and 10 times better than others. Jaehee is feeling like a VIP customer. In the real world, she is a VIP customer at the roadside shops only, but in this world, she even doesn't get jealous of celebrities. Jaehee is ready to go to look for Daisy. Jaehee is thinking about Daisy, but additionally, she doesn't know who Daisy really is, where she has gone, or where the community center is. Jaehee came to the inn, and the owner welcomed her. She wondered if she remembered her, to which she replied, "How can she forget someone who came with Daisy?" Jaehee asked the owner if Daisy came back there, but she didn't, and consequently Jaehee asked the owner if she knows that Daisy is dryad, and she says that finally Jaehee noticed that. Therefore Jaehee questions her if the case is that Daisy is hiding that she is dryad. Jaehee tells the owner that she didn't know until someone told her that Daisy is dryad. The owner finds Jaehee a good person, so she starts telling her about Daisy. Daisy came last year at the time when the world tree bears fruit. Jaehee remembers that's because dryad are not born wild, they are born in the orchard. Jaehee got the point immediately that Daisy is a dryad, so she definitely had a master, but it was for a moment, and her soul connection to her master has been cut short at one instance. A dryad being wild means that it has to suffer from cold, and the pain of their body being rotten. Daisy's master was so harsh, he didn't see her cuteness, and he tried to use violence, but at the nick of time, a druid saved her by giving her fruit to him. Daisy ran away from the orchard as her soul connection was cut off. Furthermore, after hearing the history of Daisy, Jaehee is burning with anger at Daisy's ex-master, who treated her harshly. Jaehee realizes why Daisy ran away from her in the orchard. She was feeling what she felt in her past. The owner of the inn, when she knew about Daisy's situation, started giving her food. The owner can't talk to Daisy being a human, but she knows from her expression that she can never blame anyone. Jae-hee realized that she started hating her when she knew that she was like her ex-master. Jae-hee is deeply thinking about Daisy, which triggers her emotions, and Dryad came out of the terrarium artifact. Velvet asked Jae-hee the reason that made her angry, and Elderflower asked if it was a person or Dryad that she wanted him to kill, but she was just thinking about Daisy. Jae-hee asked the owner if she should look for Daisy at the community center. The owner shows her the way to the community center, and the owner is hoping that Jae-hee can heal the wounds that Daisy's past has given her. Velvet asked Jae-hee if she was worried about Daisy. She knows Daisy is not connected to her soul, but Jae-hee wants to find her, and Velvet showed her concern that her heart aches when Jae-hee cries, and she would try her best to find Daisy while it's hard to do because it's a common species. Velvet wants to help Jae-hee find Daisy, and additionally, Velvet Mesquite is the guardian of the desert. She is able to find groundwater, but she can also find other things with this ability. Velvet knows all the genetic information, and if a Dryad is born from the World Tree, then she can use the information from the ground to find where the Dryad stepped in. The Elderflower title is gift from God, but it can also be a lucky charm. Elderflower branches can be used as lucky charms, which might consequently increase the luck of Velvet Mesquite and increase the chances of finding Daisy. Jae-hee becomes emotional and thanks them. Velvet asked Jae-hee if she had to find a common species of Daisy, but she specified that Daisy's hair is red, which makes it a bit easier to find out. Therefore, Elderflower told Jae-hee to stand back because Velvet used his weapon and hid it inside the ground, but more deeply because it's a special day and there are lots of Dryads in the town, and Daisy is a common species with weak energy that makes it harder to find out. That's why she has to dig her roots deeper in order to find Daisy. Elderflower lifts Jae-hee up in order to protect her from the Velvet Earthquake because they are close to the main source. The effect will be the same as before, but the earthquake is ineffective on Elderflower because his roots are grown deep. Velvet found a place, not an exact location, but a place where Daisy was likely to be. The direction is towards the community center, so she must be around there. Moreover, Velvet also found some sort of information about other Dryads around the area, and she doubts that Daisy is in trouble. They reach the place, but the area is too big, that's why it's hard to find. Velvet can use an earthquake to find it, but the buildings are near and can collapse, so she can't use it. Jae-hee ran so fast that her breath was throwing up. Jae-hee hears something on the other side of the wall. Velvet went to check, and she asked Jae-hee to confirm if she was looking for Daisy with red hair. Elderflower takes Jae-hee up on the wall, and they see Druids standing in a circle. Velvet senses a young seedling, while the World Tree never sends young seedlings into the world. Elderflower found a bond that Jae-hee is having with a wild Dryad. Jae-hee feels that the Dryad she is looking for is forced into the wild state, which means that at the time when their souls were disconnected, it was Druid that forcefully broke the link between the souls. Generally, the master has to provide a piece of their soul to the Dryad in order to ensure that the Dryad live without any difficulty until it returns to the World Tree. In some cases, when a Dryad Noi goes through that process, it loses its power, becomes contaminated, and turns into seedlings. If Daisy enters a state smaller than her current state, then she will return to the World Tree. Jae-hee realized that Daisy might be down there, and she wants to go down. Elderflower holds her and takes her down. It was the superstitious people he met before standing there, and she told them to move aside, but a green hat person was about to use a leaf on Jae-hee, but Velvet destroyed it with her weapon. They move aside, and Jae-hee sees Daisy lying down on the ground. Daisy is injured and unconscious. Additionally, Jae-hee calls out Elderflower to heal Daisy, but he tells her that Daisy can't absorb his healing energy since their souls are not connected and because Elderflower doesn't have any bond with this particular species of Daisy. Daisy is suffering severely, and consequently, Jae-hee tried to wake her up to heal her. The superstitious guy wants to kill Daisy and use her as fertilizer. The guy calls Jae-hee greedy and tells her to leave Daisy because she will die anyway. The guy warns Jae-hee. Hearing this, Jae-hee asked him if he was responsible for Daisy's condition, and without any shame, he said yes, which made Jae-hee angry. The guy mate asked him, and he said that Jae-hee has only a red-haired Dryad, Daisy, but she has higher-graded Dryads now. The guy knows that one is a healing type and another is a defense type, and if they attack simultaneously, there is a chance for them to win, but they are unaware of the true power of the Dryads that Jae-hee has. Jae-hee is angry at the ex-master of Daisy and the superstitious guy who injured Daisy, and they should feel the worse they made Daisy feel. Meanwhile, Daisy opens her eyes and congrats Jaehee on her new high-grade dryads. Jaehee shares her concerns and tells Daisy that she is her lucky charm, and without her, Jaehee's luck is incomplete. Jaehee requests Daisy to become her dryad, and Jaehee ensures her that she will keep her happy as she brings her luck. Jaehee hugs Daisy, and she feels her like an old, dying tree that has only a smell of dust. Daisy says dream and jumps up to save Jaehee from the acid fruit bomb. Daisy is severely injured by the bomb. Therefore, Elderflower used luck, and Velvet quickly moved and killed all the enemies. Jaehee is worried about Daisy, and moreover, she doesn't even have a soul vessel to absorb the healing energy of the Elderflower anymore. Elderflower said the truth, it's over, but Jaehee is worried and crying for Daisy. After bearing that much pain, Jaehee doesn't want Daisy to leave her, but death is already waiting for her. Consequently, Daisy says that she is okay with the pain, and at some point she couldn't feel any pain anymore. Daisy shows her emotions for Jaehee, saying that if she got hurt, it would break her heart. Daisy is happy that Jaehee is fine and that she met a precious person in her life who wanted her even for every moment. Furthermore, it was a dream for Daisy, but when she helped Jaehee, it was a really happy moment for her. Daisy says in her last words that her luck is Jaehee and her hope too. Jaehee gets too emotional and holds Daisy's hand tight. It is the first time for Jaehee to see someone die whom she knows. Therefore, Daisy is the first in the game to come to Jaehee and guide her. Elderflower lifts up Jaehee and tells him to see Daisy. Daisy is shining golden and then turns into a golden fruit. Velvet gives it to Jaehee and says that it's Daisy's hope. Moreover, Elderflower explains to Jaehee that pure dryads are born from world trees and return to them when their lives end. However, when the mother plant is combined with another species other than the world tree, it becomes an improved species, and sometimes a special power that even one doesn't know about is engraved into their soul. This is the reason that Daisy stays here instead of returning to the world tree, and the power is none other than resurrection. It's the golden fruit, and it is ready to be reborn. Consequently, Jaehee is able to feel her warmth, as if it is alive. Jaehee minds is now wondering, with the question of what she should do to bloom other dryads. Should she do it right now, and does she go to orchids to do it? Jaehee can go to the orchard and use the dryad pot. They are ready to go to the place where they first met, and to say hello to Daisy again. Meanwhile, Velvet makes the path for them to go. Furthermore, Velvet shows her emotions that at the path, foes can be found, but if anyone comes in the Jaehee path, she will pierce it, whether it's her brother from the same branch. Jaehee is important for them as she is like a small world tree, and she provides value to their existence. Elderflower assured Jaehee that there was nothing that could hurt her, and they moved forward with positivity. They reached orchard, and moreover, it's quiet there because it's night and everyone has gone. The lady who is the guide asks her to help, and Jaehee tells her that she wants to use the dryad pot. The lady is disappointed, knowing that Jaehee already has fruit. They went to the greenhouse, and it is shining even at night because it is an imitation of the world tree. Furthermore, Jaehee wonders if the world tree imitation is that fantastic, then how much more the world tree can be. Jaehee has doubts about whether she is really a small tree. Jaehee remembers that Daisy doesn't like grades, so she told the lady to don't say anything. Jaehee placed the fruit on the dryad pot, and the data comes on screen that it's a red daisy with the title, Spring Fairy, Language, Hope, Habitat, Normal, Values, Admiration and Attribute, Attack. Jaehee is about to bloom it, but the lady stops her, reminding her that she has reached the soul limit this morning. She becomes upset, remembering her about the soul limit. All she has are diamonds, and she is just thinking about raising her level anyhow. Meanwhile, Velvet tells her that she doesn't need to worry as she has already grown stronger in comparison with the time they first met. Velvet asked Jaehee if she felt dizzy after coming to Orchard, and she realized that Velvet was right because she didn't feel. Jaehee's soul was ready to welcome the new dryad. Furthermore, Elderflower seems upset because he doesn't want to share her attention with anyone else, being an immature kid. Jaehee touches the fruit, and it flies up with a light. The red petal starts falling, and Daisy appears. Daisy calls Jaehee Ms. Druid. Jaehee is happy to know that she remembered her. Jaehee opens his hands and hugs Daisy. Jaehee can sense Daisy's fragrance. Velvet is shocked to see Daisy in her seedling form because she has stayed away from the world tree. Velvet was expecting that Daisy would come back in a grown state if she bloomed from the fruit. Therefore, Daisy tells Jaehee that she is tall, but it doesn't matter to Jaehee whether she is small or tall. Daisy matters for Jaehee, and her height doesn't, but she is curious and wants to see Daisy grow as well. Velvet tells Jaehee that the days when Daisy is grown will come soon, as Jaehee is her world tree and she is an improved species, so she will grow faster and come back to her original form soon. Consequently, Jaehee curiously asked Velvet what she has to do to grow her up, and the answer is simple: she has to provide lots of nutrients to Daisy in order to raise her healthy and fast. All the numbers that she picked are fruits full of nutrients. Luckily, the fruits are in her pocket, and she wants to give all of them to Daisy in order to grow her up fast. But Elderflower put up an objection and shouted that she was going to give them all to her. That concludes part 2 of this recap. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. What will happen next? If you would like to see a part 3 of this manhwa, let us know in the comments section below. Till next time. That concludes part 2 of this recap. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. What will happen next? If you would like to see a part 3 of this manhwa, let us know in the comments section below. Till next time. That concludes part 3 of this recap. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. What will happen next? If you would like to see a part 4 of this manhwa, let us know in the comments section below. Till next time.